Still real fast. You want to go right there?
Yeah, hold it. Might be easier to cut the link on the chain. What kind of car?
Get off! Get off!
Breaking news, we now know new details in the tragic passing of Ashley Janae. Ashley Robinson, who went by Ashley Janae on...
I've shared my thoughts on the fact that it is not only incredibly disturbing, but also unacceptable. And that investigation, as it continues, these two detectives have been placed on modified duty. And...
Oh, it's grape juice.
Yeah.
Cran grape.
Now he's cutting his blood?
Of the covenant.
Did he cut himself?
Yeah, I guess he's pouring it.
Okay, you need to see this video of the astronauts who got out of the, well, I was going to say ship, but obviously we know they just got out of the studio here. So this is an image of a reporter filming.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Foundation. A1 Luck here, and you tuned into The Awakening, a channel where each one teach one, and the truth shall set you free. Now, please remember, everything in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Now, without further ado, let's get woke, people.
Still real fast. You want to go right there?
Yeah, hold it. Might be easier to cut the link on the chain. What kind of car does he drive?
He don't have a car. He was with his friends, but I don't know. They picked him up in the back to take something back to Lowe's.
What's his name?
Moses.
Moses?
Last name May. He's a stocky guy. He's got 2 tattoos of his daughter and son's name on his chest and a Scorpio right here on his arm. He's got hair like down to his shoulders.
How long y'all been together?
We've been together for 3-4 years.
Y'all have kids together?
We have 1 daughter.
You said you don't need EMS?
No, I don't need it.
Yeah. No, you're not sorry for nothing. And you all cleared the house? Yeah. Good.
I mean, yeah, we can go back again to double check.
Let's run another search just to make sure.
Like 10 kittens.
Is there dead ones around?
No, but
Because there's like some death smelling over
I
here.
know. I told him to take care of him, and there's already 3 missing. I don't know if he killed them or what.
I got straight forward. Police! I'm wondering why all these are nailed shut. Yeah, a lot of these doors are nailed shut. We really can't do nothing with them.
Do you have a gun or anything? Any kind of weapons? A knife?
He always has either an axe or a machete. He cut my hair with a machete.
When did you do that?
The 3 nights ago, that's why I left him in the first place. It was all the way down here.
Should I take a picture? Yeah, on the floor or whatever. It shows what she
chained up right here.
Yeah, that's the chain right there. Yeah. Or that's where it was connected to.
Did she rip herself off of it, or
no? We had to hit it with this axe.
Dang. So I guess that's the window she broke out. Yeah.
Good for her. It makes you wonder, like downstairs though. Hopefully no one else is in here. Did you want a water? Yeah, I'll be right back.
I've shared my thoughts on the fact that it is not only incredibly disturbing, but also unacceptable. And that investigation, as it continues, these two detectives have been placed on modified duty. And as we have updates in that investigation, and they are ones to share with the public, then I will do so. When it comes to delivering on the needs of any community across this city, I have confidence in the NYPD's ability to do so.
Breaking news, we now know new details in the tragic passing of Ashley Janae. Ashley Robinson, who went by Ashley Janae on social media, and her new fiance were on vacation in Tanzania. On April 3rd, during their vacation, her boyfriend at the time proposed, becoming her fiance. Then on April 5th, Ashley celebrated her 31st birthday. Ashley and her fiance were staying in room 25. 2 days after they arrived, they got into an altercation and hotel staff moved them apart. The attendant opened the door, and at that moment, Ashley dropped from where she was suspended. The attendant said when Ashley was untied from the Nook that she was breathing, though unconscious. She was then rushed to a hospital where she was then moved to another hospital and passed away. The Tanzanian police have also released a statement in an order of events. Within the statement, they did confirm that she was in fact in room 25 and her fiance was moved to room 65. They did state that she had an unidentified marking on her neck. They also stated that a belt was used in this instance. They also stated that they were moved rooms from each other for safety reasons and that the other guests complained.
Imitation eggs might be replacing real ones, and this Dunkin' customer caught it on camera, peeling the yolk off like paint.
This reheated puck is made without cracking a single egg. Dunkin's egg is held together with 12 ingredients. It starts as liquefied factory yolks, stretched with soybean oil, then seared at 70 degrees in industrial pipes. That slurry gets drenched in tap water and bulked with the same thickener used in latex paint, then frozen for weeks, shipped and cooked for the third time in a microwave. Subway, Burger King, and Starbucks scanned the same industrial eggs, thickened with a gum linked to gut damage. Comment exposer to scan your food.
Alright, y'all. First clip is crazy. How y'all feel about that woman who was chained that I had in the last video? I put in my last video. She actually got free. She got loose. You know, as you can see, she had a chain on her neck. They had to cut her free. What y'all think about that, though? There's some crazy things going on in this world today. People, please be careful out there, because this is wild, man. They actually had her bounded by her neck. Just like, oh my goodness. But I hope they catch the dude too, man, because ain't nobody deserved that, man. For real, for real. You know? And then the second clip of the police officers, well, I'm happy to see that some type of justice is going on so far. You know, not as much as you would want after seeing that beating that the police officers gave that guy, but something going on, you know? And then it's so crazy that he was wrongfully arrested. No good. He wasn't even part of whatever operation they was doing. Ain't that something? Well, let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. And the Ashley Janae story, I don't know, it just gets deeper. New evidence, you know, video with her and her husband going at it, but I don't know. To go on this vacation, they got a lot to uncover. So hopefully sometime soon in the next videos, I'm gonna keep digging into that to see what happened actually, if they did find out what happened to that girl, because it's messed up. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. And the fourth one is crazy. Them Dunkin' Donuts eggs is disgusting. Them eggs, all these fast food restaurant eggs, if it's not, I mean, they gotta mix it and batter it and put this in it and all types of chemicals so it could stay, I guess, stay an egg until it's time for it to be served. I don't know. But this is great. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section.
New York, Chicago, LA, Dayton, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Miami, the Carolinas. I don't give a fuck what state you name, what country you name. We were there and they slaughtered us in war and then built their cities over us. I don't think y'all understand that. Let me let that sit in y'all soul before I even move forward. All of your major cities, states, towns, municipalities were built. It's bad enough that they killed us. Hold on. You know that they killed and conquered us, but did you know that they built over the dead bodies? Literally. All the parking lots, all the buildings, even where you stay right now, there isn't a place you can go. They literally took us and threw us in one location. Like after they defeated us, you know, our souls kept going. Our souls and spirits kept going and came back or did whatever we was going to do. But as far as the physical body, after they killed us, they made these huge grave sites for us and they would dump all our bodies right there. And that area might have been the size of Charlotte, North Carolina. So what would they do? They turned around and built and made Charlotte, North Carolina over that whole grave site.
The Bible never says the world is going to end. It says these signs show up at the end of an age. Meaning whenever there's a transitionary point, there is always going to be a bout. They say wars and rumors of wars, mother fighting daughter, father fighting son. That's because there's always a battle between the last thing and the new thing. Every time there's a transition, and we're in that. We've only been in the age of Aquarius for about 14 years.
Wow.
We still transition. is 2,100 years in age, and we on year 14.
Wow.
Going on 15, but
You said it's 21 years in the age?
2,100.
2,100 and we only in 14? Jesus Christ.
We just started. So we at that crossing point where it's supposed to be a lot of fighting, a bunch of ideologies clashing, a bunch of factions. No, we're going back to the way things were. No, we're moving on to something better. That happens every age. That's not the end of the world. That's the end of a generation. That's the end of an age. That crossing over point happens every century. I mean, every eon, every age.
I very intentionally do not have my technology patented.
Why?
Because the patent industry is actually very corrupt. I learned this because I, at one point, was patent pending. And then one day I went to a Rotary Club meeting and I spoke with the inventor of the wireless key fob for cars. And he told me, GM stole my stuff. He said, and I said, well, you have a patent, didn't you? And he's like, I have like 70 patents. And I've been to every country on earth almost. I'm like, so how'd they steal your stuff with the patent? He's like, because a patent doesn't mean anything to big players. All a patent is a means for you to go to court and say, hey, they infringed on my patent. But when you're in court, that's a whole different story. Now you're in court, and now you have to prove to the judge that they infringed on your patent. Now you need to fight their lawyers. Okay, you're an inventor, you came up with something, and you're fighting this big industry that has billions of dollars, and they can just go to court over and over and over again and take you and fight you and fight you and fight you until you have no money left. So even though you know they stole your thing, you can't prove it anymore because all they have to do is keep rebutting it in court over and over again. And they have the funds to do that. You don't, because you're not GM. You're not whoever, And so he told me, he's like, the truth is, if you want something to be yours, because when you patent something, it becomes public knowledge. It gets published on the patent directory. I know that because I literally looked up patents for pyrolysis reactors to get inspiration to build mine. So that means anybody on earth can look up your patent and see how it was built, how it was made, and then make a copy, make a few changes, and then say it was theirs. And then you can go and fight them, but that takes time, that takes money, and then at some point, you can't do it anymore. You're trying to invent. You're not trying to be you know what I'm saying? Like, you're an inventor, not a lawyer. Not trying to fight people in court for the rest of your life. So he told me that, and he's like, the key is really trade secrets. Think about it. He's like, Coca-Cola did not patent the Coca-Cola formula. Why? Because if they patented the formula,
they would know it. Everybody
would know it. Even though nobody can copy it, everybody would know it, and you best believe they'd copy it. Because guess what? In China, there's no patent law. It just goes to, that's why they have Chinese knockoffs of everything. They have no patent enforcement in China and so many other countries. So then he's like, and guess what you had to do? You had to go and get a patent in every country on earth. You know how much that cost? So much money. And then you had to renew it.
Yeah,
and so you paid all this money that could have gone into your actual invention to get the patent, which means nothing because they'll just go and take it and copy it. Then you have to spend money fighting them in court. And then I heard the story from inventor after inventor after inventor, and they always said to me, trade secrets are the key.
What's trade secrets? You just don't tell anybody.
Trade secrets are things that you have that nobody knows. And I have a few trade secrets on my machine that nobody knows. That you can look at my machine on a video camera and not know these certain particular materials.
The inner workings of it.
Exactly. But I have another play. So there's this thing called public domain. Once you have something published online for over a year, nobody can patent it. All my machines are public domain. Nobody can patent any of my machines because they've all been visible in the public for over a year.
And that's because you're putting them on social media.
Exactly. So that saves things because now there's no way a company can come and just shelf it, patent what I made, copy it and shelf it and hide it.
First clip is crazy. Like, I mean, we see this over and over. A lot of buildings, a lot of things they show. Like, it's like it's always at a point in time when it's a great reset or reset comes. It's like they cover the old and brainwash you with the new. That's what I see. They erase what was there, they erase the past, and they put something there for you to believe in, or something for you to, it's not what it really was. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. In the second clip, they were saying the word, it ain't ending. It's it's probably going to be an end of an age, basically. He said the age is what, 100 years or something like that. So we're on the 14th year, so it's basically at the end of an age, not the end, period, you know. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section, man. And for the third clip, Julian Brown, that guy is, I mean, he better be careful too, because he's making gas, he's making petroleum, whatever he's making, he's inventing a way for his machine to make this gas and produce gas or whatever, petroleum, whatever it is. And you know it's not, they don't like when you give up free game in this place. So how y'all feel about that, man? But Julian Brown, he basically said he's never gonna patent his inventions no more, because you're basically giving them your from A to B about your invention. If they don't know, only you could keep your patent in your brain, then there you go. Nobody can steal it or whatever the case may be. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section.
I'm pissed, and if you don't like no cussing, scroll the fuck up. So ain't nobody talking about this. There was a black man found lynched, hanging from a tree behind a police station in Washington on 9th and Quakenbar Street, Washington. Do y'all know about this? Y'all know where this station is?
He got on the black hoodie and the black shoes.
Why the fuck they keep him hanging, y'all, for the investigation? They kept him hanging. Hear me out. My thing is, it's a police station. Don't they have a lot of cameras around that motherfucker? Not only that, you know how much time it probably takes to lynch a grown man body? Dead weight? I can tell you it ain't one person. There's probably multiple people involved in this. And nobody seen this? Nobody heard this? Nobody came out? Nobody drove out? So motherfuckers just really have the time to really tie somebody up, pick a branch, and lynch them at a police station in the back. And it's the question, y'all. Who would have those type of big ass hawk balls to go to a police station and just lynch somebody? Who would want to go to a police station and go hang theyself and watch they try to rule it as a no foul play? If he really did take his own self out, he could have did that shit at the park. It have to be somebody involved in that station, allegedly. They comfortable enough to do it at the station. Nobody will not, bro, it's just crazy. That shit don't even sit right with me. Do it even sound right? Who would go to the police station and go do a crime? Knowing that they can come out. And then you got the president have a black man bashing a female in the head, right? Let's see if you post this. This is in Washington. The fuck? Like, let's see if the news blow this up. Why are black men being lynched at a station? And all my black people, man, y'all, we gotta be safe out here. This is like my 4th video within a year that I did of somebody being hung. I ain't trying to make this a racist thing, but if you ain't black, hear me out. This is why sometimes I don't be giving a fuck about this and that getting killed, what color this, because y'all never show no attention. I never blow it up. Y'all never posting on y'all story when a black person getting hung, black person getting shot without no gun, police kill a black person. Y'all never do none of that, but y'all want us to show sympathy when white people get killed. Y'all treat it like a CNN topic. You even have black people in the corner with some of the Browns when it comes to the ICE situation. And I fuck with the Mexicans. And I got some white people. You feel me? I fuck with the white people. You know what I'm saying? I know all white people ain't Karens. What I'm saying is, y'all never show the support though when we getting killed. Y'all never open y'all mouth. Y'all never be as loud as we'd be or we taking up for y'all. That's the problem, black people. We our hearts is too big for a lot of motherfuckers who ain't big for us. And like I said, I'm not trying to make this a racist thing, but I'm pissed the fuck off. And let's see if y'all blow this shit up. The fuck?
Oh, it's grape juice.
Yeah.
Cran grape.
Now he's cutting his blood
of the covenant.
Did he cut himself?
Yeah, I guess he's pouring it.
And then I would do the same.
This guy's so nervous.
Jesus said, "Take this cup. This is my blood of the new covenant."
Now we've mixed our blood.
That's right. Which is his and which is mine.
And we could never separate.
You can't separate that. Now our blood symbolically has been mixed here. Now at the communion table.
Yes, sir.
He said, "This is my blood of the new covenant." All all of you drink all of it. Judas had to drink that.
Yes, sir.
So, and I want you to be this way every time you take communion, and you ought to take it a lot. A lot.
Does he actually drink it? Was that
On my way to Cancun, Mexico, I took my P900 camera on board, and when nobody was looking, I started to film outside. Look at that flat horizon, and look, didn't even have to look up to see the moon. It's right, like, parallel to me, like, and you can see the blue sky through the moon. Okay, I know that might hurt a lot of you, but I'm going to tell you right now, the moon is not a solid object. Okay? The moon is a plasmic, I really don't know how to describe it, but you can't walk on that. That's not like, that's not terra firma. That's not land. You can't walk on that. We've seen all there is to see. There is no other side of the moon. You're looking through the moon. You understand? You're looking through the fucking moon. Okay? Make no mistake about it. You got blue in the middle of the moon. You got blue on the bottom. Why is the moon blue and the same color as the sky behind it? Okay? It's because the moon is transparent or translucent. Okay? And it's not a solid object that you could walk on. So, NASA fanboys and all alike, have a great day.
Like, what in the world is happening here? Look at the clouds. Look. What's that moving in the clouds? What do you, look at that. See this? What the hell? Y'all see this?
You know how they say history is his story and that the victor writes the story? Have you thought about that element in regards to the Great Wall of China? Listen to this, because this changes everything.
Hold on. You're telling me the Great Wall of China isn't just long, it's impossible.
Exactly. People say it's 13,000 miles, but they don't really process what that means. That's 4 times the entire U.S. stretched coast to coast, plus another 1,000 miles, and it was started in 220 BC, before Jesus, before most empires even existed. That's the point.
But how does an ancient civilization build something that massive without modern machines?
It took over 1,000 years. No empire commits that kind of time unless they're terrified of something. And here's the part nobody talks about. The steep defensive side, the battlements, they're facing China, not the outside.
So the wall wasn't built to keep people out.
It was built to keep something in, and some researchers even claim it may not be Chinese at all, but a leftover structure from the old Tartarian Empire. If that's true, then you have to ask yourself, what were they trying to contain?
Okay, so you can fact check this for yourself through imaging and compassing. The defensive side of the Great Wall of China is pointed to inside of China. So to me, that either means they're trying to keep something in, okay, or that it was an empire on the outside of China that built the wall to defend against the inside of China. Or maybe, so that would indicate actually, it wasn't likely Chinese people who lived in China who built this wall with defensive systems and battlements and armaments pointed into China. It's just a bit strange. Now, all I'm saying is we've been lied to about so much. We get lied to in the news about what happened last week. Is it such a stretch, woo, to think we've been lied to about something that happened thousands of years ago? I don't think so. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
Ooh, that first clip is crazy. I want to stay on the topic too long, and remember, everything I say in the videos for entertainment and education purposes only. But yeah, like you said, the black man hanging from a tree still, like, it's crazy. That's wild. But I mean, next to police station 2 at that, that's a big statement if you think about it. But I mean, what's really the message behind that? You know, like, why still in these times of age once we have people hanging from trees? Like, that's absurd, man. Something we need to change with all this, you know. Like, it's too much. And the second clip is crazy because what's that pastor? I can't remember his name, but that pastor's crazy. He's cutting his hand, drinking blood, and not only your blood, you're drinking the next man's blood along with your blood, like. And now that's in your system. Like, this is, I don't know what kind of sacrifice ritual they did, but that's crazy, man. Let me know if y'all would go to church and listen to a pastor like that. Let me know how y'all feel about that. And the third clip, man, y'all seen the clouds moving strange. Like, I don't know if it's just, it looks like it's something that's cloaked, that's there just moving, because it's moving too fast for the clouds. It's just going, you know, and it looked like it's something that's cloaked, basically. But I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. And the Great Wall of China is crazy. It's prolific to know like how much miles that thing stretches, and that's wild. And that's the big thing. Was they trying to keep something out or trying to keep something in? Let me know if y'all know in the comment section.
For you, Caroline, there are now 10 American scientists who have either gone missing or died since mid-2024. They all reportedly had access to classified nuclear or aerospace material. Is anybody investigating this to see if these things are connected?
I've seen the report, Peter. I haven't spoken to our relevant agencies about it. I will certainly do that and we'll get you an answer. If true, of course, that's definitely something I think this government and administration would deem worth looking into. So let me do that for you.
Thank you.
The fact is, each and every one of you in this audience is different unlike the other. Who qualifies to tell you anything? Nobody. Nobody on earth qualifies to tell you anything about you. Nobody. You are unique. How could he tell you about you when you don't even know you? How does he know you? My mama said to me, put the ad in the paper that you cured the diseases. I said, but I'm going to go to jail. She said, yes. See, my mom still is and always will be the greatest guide in my life. Yes. Mama. Yes. My mama said, put the ad in the paper. 2 years later, I was arrested. Practicing medicine without a license. Selling product not approved by the FDA, claiming to cure AIDS and other diseases, which is a fraudulent claim. While they put the handcuffs on me, I asked the detective, why do you have your guns drawn? He said, the element of surprise. I said, my mama told me you were coming 2 years ago. One of the things that we black people find ourselves faced with is a black body speaking English and thinking Greek. Oh my God. I no longer think the way my mama used to think. And why is that important? Because I want to heal myself. I'm sick now. I'm stressed. I'm in front of the courts now. This is where black thinking and white philosophy is going to clash. You see, right now, all we have is white thinking. Socrates, Plato, Diogenes, Mary had a little lamb, Jack of the Beanstalk. That's all Caucasian. That's not me. It's not me. So the judge said, Dr. Sebi, why do you give everybody the same medicine? I said, because there's only one disease. One disease, the doctor said. I told you this man is unscientific and he's insane. I said, Dr. Victor Herbert is right again. I am unscientific. I repeat, there's only one disease. But to stand up, a boy that never been to school, stand up in the Supreme Court of New York and make such a statement? The judge said, what is the one disease? I said, you already knows it. She said, try me. When someone had sinusitis, what obstructs the nasal passage? She said mucus. And in bronchitis, what obstructs the bronchial tube? She said mucus. In pneumonia, what covers the lungs? She said mucus. Dr. Victor Herbert said, and AIDS, you and your one disease theory? I said, I believe in no theory. I don't believe in theories. I don't even believe in believe. Either I know or I don't know. I don't live in the world of belief. That's dangerous because it's uncertainty. Your Honor, there's only one disease. And where is the mucus with AIDS, Dr. Sebi? It's in the skin, the blood, and the lymphatic system, which makes up the immunological system. The skin, the blood, and the lymphatic system makes up the immunological system. That's why you have AIDS. I know. I got diagnostic sheets that prove that. The European said it's virus. So we have to agree with him because our scholars, they were engaging in metaphysics. They engage in history. They engage in politics. They engage in a whole bunch of science that doesn't really connect the dots and help us now. All that study was for now, because right now we're sick and we need something to come and help us. That is where the African bio-mineral balance comes into the play. The judge said, well, what is the African bio-mineral balance? Oh, Your Honor, it gives me much pleasure. The African bio-mineral balance is a therapeutical approach to pathology that addresses disease on two levels. One, an intracellular cleansing, an intracellular chelation. We have to clean the cells of what? Of the toxins that has been accumulated and brought the disease in the first place. We have to clean the toxins out. It's as simple as that. And second, we have to build the body back up. With what? With energy that is natural from the natural plants. One of the main players is iron.
Yes, sir.
It is impossible for you to get sick if your iron level is up to par. Everybody that's sick is anemic.
How y'all feel about that clip? Like, she basically, they're asking what's happening to these missing scientists that's going missing, and the answers are, we'll find out, we'll look into it, or this is like the 10th one. It should have been looked into already, but let me know how y'all feel about that. The cops said, these people is crazy when they come up with these answers, man, to know you can ask 10 missing scientists, no clue, no nothing as yet as to what happened, and we're gonna look into it, or we gotta look into it. So eventually you know what's happening. They're not really gonna look into much, but you know how that go. And for the second clip, Dr. Sebi, man, he always says it good too, says it best. You know, he did a lot. He accomplished most things most wouldn't accomplish in a while, you know. He's the natural medicine, natural herbs is always great, you understand it? Like he tell you, nobody know you best but you. I would believe so, you know, like, but let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section.
Yeah, do you guys know about
Well
Mount
said.
Rushmore? Like what was...
The pipeline?
No, do you know what Mount Rushmore was before it?
It was
Enlighten us.
Native American. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so originally, like, it was like the Lakota Sioux that was around there, and Mount Rushmore was originally called like the Sixth Grandfather's Mountain or something. And to their tribe, they believed that is where they originated. Like, that's where they were conceived, born, everything. And they felt strong natural presence there, where they felt more spiritual, like in tune with their spirit. So they had signed a treaty with the forefathers or whoever, right, back then. And the treaty was basically, please don't touch this land because we feel like it's our sacred birthplace.
And you know how that ended up.
Now, the issue was the treaty got broken because the white people found out that there was a huge gold mine in it. So they decided to break it, mine it, And obviously the war pursued. They killed a bunch of Native Americans there. And to rub salt on the wound, they carved the forefathers' heads onto that mountain.
Okay, you need to see this video of the astronauts who got out of the, well, I was going to say ship, but obviously we know they just got out of the studio here. So this is an image of a reporter filming these other reporters who are taking pictures. And if you look closely, something seems kind of strange that you may have missed. So in a moment, you'll be able to see the phone screens of these people taking pictures. Watch their phones. There is no orange in front of them. This girl's taking an image pointed directly at them. You don't see any orange on her phone screen. The other guy was taking pictures too, no orange, and it continues. So people are wondering if there's like a green screen in front. Who knows? We also know all of the strange symbology that's in their Apollo mission patches and all that. But look, where's the orange, man? He's pointing right at him. And then this next girl, same thing. And she's what? 15 feet away, 10 feet away maybe. There's his phone pointed at him, no orange. And it looks like she's pointed at his back, but she's way too close to him to that be that. So this makes no sense. So all I'm saying is this doesn't really help the allegations that this whole thing was fake.
The question isn't even if it's real or not. The question is, why are they intentionally showing us videos that are clearly fake? This is supposed to be the Artemis crew on the way to the launch pad. And not only does it very clearly look like intentional bad AI, but people are taking photos of them and they're not in the photo. Look at the screens, they're not even in the photo. Explain to me what that even is a picture of. Where are they? Why are they not in the picture? He's taking a picture, but they're not even...
अरे भाई ये तो सर्कस बन गया ये सर्कस बन
First clip, never knew nothing about that, but is that a true story? If anybody knows out there, like the dog stood the story about Mount Rushmore, and did they put the faces there just to mock the people of the land really after that? Like, this is messed up, man. These things, everything just have meanings behind it. You always got to dig deeper and look deeper into things, because there's always a bigger meaning behind things. Because I never knew about this Mount Rushmore story. But let me know if y'all knew anything about it in the comment section. And next two clips basically just throwing NASA on there again just to see, hear the thoughts of the people. What we think about this Artemis? I mean, it's obvious what it is. I mean, once you know, it's obvious. It's really not too much you can say about that. I think it's obvious at this time. We're not going nowhere. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. The fourth clip, crazy with the kids, man. I wish I was them kids playing in that little whirlwind, it's a sand cycle or something like that. Where like, that's crazy. And it's just pushing them back. That's fun. That looked like fun as a kid. At least certain kids are still living like kids, having a little fun, But yeah, you reached the end of the video. Hope y'all like it. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. All right. And before we go in there, I know I gotta leave you with a few words, right? Who can't hear must feel. Once you feel it, you know it. And once you know better, you do better. And then the truth shall set you free. I'm out.